What's up everyone, welcome to the video. If you are brand new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today's video, not completely sure what direction it's going to go just yet. We're at the range, we're going to practice a little bit. I do have the major match coming up this week, leaving in a couple days to head up there, so I want to get a last practice session in. So while I'm getting suited up here at the range, I think I decided we're just going to go over a kind of general overview of my thought process of stage planning. It's usually a good idea to get multiple people's thought processes. You kind of have to shoot to your skill level at the same time, so what works for me might not work for you, but we're just going to go over some stuff. So the only update we have since last video is we got an extra mag pouch that we were borrowing from someone. So we got the match book stage briefings for the match this weekend, and every stage just about is 40 plus rounds. So I normally just carry 3 mags on me, the one that goes in the gun plus 2. I wanted to have an extra spare, so these will carry 24 rounds. So we do have plenty of rounds for the stage, but just wanted that one backup just in case you drop a mag or something like that. Have the extra backup. So let me staple up some targets and then start shooting. So I grabbed 15 targets. This one takes 16. So this stage is going to be used this coming weekend at USPSA at this range. I am not shooting it, obviously, because like I said, we're shooting that match up in Wyoming. So just gonna set up on this bay and just practice a little bit. Got targets at different distances to try all different things. So if I want to just do some, doubles or something like that, or if I want to run a stage, just set everything up. Take a couple extra minutes just to go with it. And then right when I'm finished with this, we'll go over my thoughts on the stage planning for a stage like this. Guys, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I did find a couple issues with this stage that are going to have to be addressed before the match. Found a couple 180 traps. What I would assume is the person that set it up is expecting you to run it in a certain way, and if you run it that certain way, there's no 180 traps, but if you do it a different way, I found a couple 180 traps. So I don't know if I'm probably just not even going to bother scoring this. We'll see. Maybe we'll just do at least like time or something like that. I don't know. But this stage layout, got a bunch of targets along the side. There's one behind that barrel over there, one there, one there. Target. There's supposed to be a target right there. That's the one I'm leaving out because I forgot a target. One right there behind that barrel, and then over here. So we have 3 different shooting areas. We have this one, we got that one, and there is a shooting box up here. I know the stage briefing for this is going to be starting in shooting box A. This is shooting box A all the way in the front. So if you didn't watch the beginner's tips or whatever for USPSA, go check that one out. I talk about retreating and how to point the gun to not get disqualified. But shooting box A, got 3 targets here. I'm assuming the way he wants the stage ran is you're going to run back to this shooting area over here. You could go inside wall, outside of the wall. Target, run back more, target, lean, target, then you would come to this shooting area over here, target, target. So one of the issues I found with this stage is if you go from shooting box A over to this side, which I don't know if I would recommend doing that. We'll see. We're actually going to run it a couple different ways. You do have 180 trap back there, those targets. And then this target, once you get into this area right here, at the front of the shooting area, 180 trap. This is something you would probably shoot before you get in here, but it's there. And then also 180 trap for that one. So sent the dude a couple notes, videos on what I found. It's always good to have an extra set of eyes because you don't realize things. All right, so I think we're gonna start with shooting some doubles. I'm actually gonna shoot it on this target over here. I'm gonna take a paster. I don't have any black paster, so I'm just gonna use that paster. We're gonna send some rounds down there, aiming at that, and see how we start off with that. Then we will maybe work into a stage. All right, 7 yards. not off to a good start here. So, first, I think this was the second round. I was actually, for some reason, I was looking at the dot. That was that guy right there. Horrible. And then the last video, if you watch that one, and I spoke about it, I usually, I have the habit of anticipating the recoil and I'll dip the gun. That's those two right there. And these two, I'm cool with that. Let's do this again. I also wasn't focusing on that paster very well. So we're gonna try to focus nice and hard and not do that again. Yeah, groups are better with that. Still dipped a couple, but groups are a lot better. I didn't paste up the previous ones, but we didn't completely rip one up high. That was the one from the first time. The rest are pretty much down here. I think I definitely dipped one or two down low, but that one was better. All right, so I got you guys back in the shade so the camera doesn't overheat. Now we're gonna talk about doing a little bit of stage planning here. We'll probably run it a couple different ways. I don't know how many different ways, but shooting orders can be different, but we're gonna start from up here. So first thing when you're doing your stage planning is you need to identify where all the targets are and basically where you need to be to shoot them. So like I said, we have supposed to be 16, but we have 15 targets. 3 here, move back here. That's 4, 5. Then you kind of have to get on the line here. 6, 7, 8. That one over there is going to be a hard one. Then you have this one. Don't forget this one. That is 9 right there. Which also, I mean, if I lower the target on there, it's not as much of a 180 trap, but 180 trap there. I gotta mention that one too. That was 9. Then you will have to run into this shooting area. Got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the one over here would be 16, but that one's not there. So 15 times 2 is 30 rounds. So like I was saying earlier, I could only carry 24 in a magazine, so I have to reload. So you're gonna wanna figure out where you're gonna wanna reload. So you wanna be shooting as much as you can be shooting. So based on a stage like this, it's pretty easy to figure out where you're going to reload. Your best bet is going to be reload between the two shooting areas because you can't be shooting there. So it's the perfect time to reload. But figure out how many targets you have. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 18 rounds, which is perfect. Then you run over, fresh mag. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's another 12 rounds. So that setup is perfect. So one thing I've been trying to do, because I've been guilty of it in the past, what I've been trying to do is pick a stage plan and stick with it. Don't change it last minute, because when you change it last minute, you're gonna screw up. There was a stage last week, USPSA, about a shooter or two before I went. I wanted to shoot it a different way because I thought it might be better, but I didn't have enough time to go over the stage plan in my head of where I'm gonna shoot the targets from and where I'm gonna reload, where I knew I would just completely fuck it up. So I ran it the way that I originally did. Everything was done the way I wanted it to be done, but I'm not sure if it was the greatest stage plan. Kind of if you go fast enough and you have good enough hits, your stage plan doesn't matter that much. When you get to the super high levels, that's when it starts to matter a little bit more, where you could shave a half a second off here and there. But at the level that specifically I'm at, the stage plan doesn't matter that much. My shooting is what matters more. That's what I'm trying to elevate, and then we'll work on the movement stuff. I feel like movement is okay. My shooting is hit or miss. We're gonna shoot this from the shooting box, run back, then run to the other shooting area. Gonna do that maybe once or twice, I don't know. Then we're gonna shoot it from that shooting area, run to that one first, then run to this one, just to see, just to have different plans. I don't think that's the better one, but we'll see how it goes. Because that one, this one, you have to get to the back corner to get that target, and that one that's a hard lean, and kind of this one over here. Then up there, you have to get all the way to the front to get those targets. Stage like this is actually pretty fun for this array right here, because you're just draw and shoot. You don't even have to see your dot for this. You're just blasting 2 rounds and you're pretty much guaranteed A zones. And as I'm saying that, I'm gonna wind up missing an A zone. Ugh. To Alpha Charlie. Not too bad. I didn't drop too many Charlies. I actually might score that. It was a 23:40. I definitely lost some time with stepping out of the box over there, and then didn't have my dot on a couple of targets. So we only dropped 4 Charlie, which I'm pretty happy about. One of them, one of the Charlies was that one that was dead ahead over there, so not a good Charlie to drop, but we dropped one there for 23:40 on the time. That was a 6.06 hit factor. We should hopefully shave some time off if we could actually see the dot going into sections and not step out back there. Stand by. Oh, turn the wrong way. See. That was a 2064, so we shaved 3 seconds off of it. All right, so that's how we had 6 Charlies, so we dropped 2 extra from last time. Now this time, one of those was the right side target on the up front ones. I overdrove it a little bit for 20.64 seconds, and that is for a 6.68 hit factor. So we are 0.6 of a hit factor better, slightly worse hits, but 3 seconds faster. So time makes up for shittiness. On that one, when I transitioned from the target over here to the long transition to the target over here, dot was nowhere to be found. I would have been a little bit faster. Then also coming into, after the reload, coming into the target behind the barrel over there, same thing, didn't have dot. So it would have been slightly faster if we could find the dot when we want to. So this is why we're out here practicing. So we're just gonna run this a little different now, just so we could get some different ideas on different stage plans of something like this. Like I said, every stage is gonna be different and you're gonna find different ways to run it. We're just gonna focus more on the time aspect of it and not so much the hits. All right, so now we're just gonna run this a couple different times. We're just gonna focus more on the time, just to show you the different ideas behind stage planning, because you could shoot it the way I just shot it both times, or you could, the one we're gonna do right now, we're gonna shoot the targets up front. We're gonna run all the way into this back corner, I think, shoot that target first, then these targets while kind of moving up, I think. Then if you really wanted to, you could turn and shoot these targets over here before you take off running for the reload. So we're just gonna do some different stuff. The only big disadvantage I can see with this one right off the bat is that you're taking a really long shot at that one behind the barrel over there from here. A 22:09. First one we ran was a 23 something, but we did step out. This one I think we did step out too, so probably shave a little bit off, but really not that bad. Hit factor wise, we're actually not that far off from the first stage we shot. So we're gonna run it a different way. Stage like this, I wouldn't recommend running it like this. It's gonna be the same amount of shots before the reload. It's gonna be 18 shots before we reload, but gonna go from that corner to over there first, then to this back over here. From over there to the back, you are gonna be kind of running up range a little bit and you're gonna need to reload. So a stage like this, I would not recommend doing it like this. Okay. So, everything I said was a complete lie. That one was 18 seconds, 18.67. $19.43. Oh. All right, that's a 1924. All right, so now, like I was saying before, I was having some trouble reloading into this spot with this target right here, no dot. Rack around in, we got that. Then we were just gonna take an empty magazine. We are going to dry fire a couple targets over there, take off running, drop the mag, throw the new one in, 2 shots on this. Just to get a little reloading on the run practice while also a little bit of a index run. See, no dot. Way low once again. All right, I am literally dying. It is extremely hot out right now, and I think it's time to go home and eat some lunch. We ran through the stage a few times. This is kind of just joining me on a little bit of a practice session. I didn't do too much focused practice, but I kind of did some more movement. Thanks for joining me on this little practice session. Hopefully you learned something or didn't learn anything about stage planning. So the first one you come up with isn't always the best stage plan, but also you kind of want to pick one, stick with it, because if you try to change your stage plan right before you go up or mid-stage, you are gonna mess up. So I am actually gonna end it right there. Thanks for joining me on this little practice session. Hopefully I'm able to record some of the stages at this major match. I do also want to focus on shooting, so I don't want to put too much focus on the filming part, because I want to have a attempt to have a decent performance at it. So if you want to see that match footage, let me know down below, because as of right now I'm going to try to film it, but depending on how it comes out, we might wind up making a different video for next week and just using the match footage for like some random B-roll stuff. I don't know, so if you want to see a full match video, let me know down below. I'll do my best to make it into a video. That's it. I got to tear all this stuff down and head out of here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you want to support the channel, use the links that we have down below. We have some links for some merch, Amazon affiliate links, which we do get a little kickback from that, obviously, and then Sealy Optics. There's a discount code there for those optics, so if you want a discount on top of their cheap prices, use that. If you don't want to use any money, just hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, share the video, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Get out to a match and shoot it if you haven't yet. And if you're shooting already, continue doing it. Let's hit GM together.